KCP allowing them to coexist for the time being. Speaking of coexisting, NRG have been underneath NGNL this entire time. Can't really peek any further than that. They don't want to drop down and give up the high ground, so NGNL are allowing NRG to stay alive. I mean, they've been playing this one out as a duo since ring number 1, so I don't know how NRG did it, but they were able to find a safe spot for themselves.
I'm worried looking at Nox energy ammo, though. He's got 2 energy guns with, like, what, 20, 30 something in the reserve right there. That is going to be absolutely rough once this next circle closes in the next 15 seconds, because NGNL are going to be able to fry that duo. But I'm also thinking, what's going to happen here in this building with Space Station, all 3 up alive, and the circle closing in while trying to avoid this caustic damage.
This entire time, NRG are just hoping that there are no trades in this fight, that SSG or Pioneers get an even fight, or excuse me, a clean fight here so that they can challenge for NGNL. If NGNL see any trades, they drop down instantly onto NRG. There's the first trade, and they should try and force the issue here, but no, NGNL are playing this one extremely safe.
Oh, they're scared. They just want to be able to hold this hype right now, too. While they do have to inch their way forward, they know where energy is. Bleed Esports still safe behind the rock. Here comes the bang ult that's been called in as everyone's forced out into the open.
Yeah, the Bang ultimate, the cat walls, everything being utilized here. SSG lose out on Phony as Bleed. As the duo, they were able to recover Shubi, but not for long. It's NRG versus NGNL. They've got the man advantage. They bide their time, and now NGNL are still playing this one extremely safe, not risking anything at all.
Man advantage, Evo shield advantage, even loot advantage perhaps here if Nox still couldn't get the loot there by his feet. And it's because NGNL know exactly where they're at thanks to the Catalyst spikes. They get the beam here on the Havoc, but they're still trying to play this extremely safe while they're trying to overcommit.
Yeah, no risks whatsoever. We've got 3 KP. We're about to secure 2 more and get the plus 12 here. So NGNL, this might not be the most exciting win, but a win is still that. And you can see now they are all on the high ground. They are chasing them down. They've got the scans to utilize as well. And oh no, NRG stuck on the ringside. NGNL will take the first win of the day.
To this position, which is far from being entirely safe, but it is a whole lot safer than being anywhere in the vicinity of Falcons. As we move down to 4 squads, Falcons eliminating, nay, eviscerating Complexity, and now dialed in on SSG, their next door neighbors, though not for long.
12 kill points. That's how many Falcons have at this juncture, and they are only in top 4. There's still 8 kill points left on the board for them to take. This is looking to possibly be a 30 bomb for them so early on in the day.
Now, we've got a couple more squads in the arena. LG are 1, Yup are another, and well, it looks like we're saying goodbye to SSG as they rocket out of zone entirely. This Chamberson is sure to kill them.
Yeah, that's going to be Prodigy Aces to pick that one up, and so for Yup, they played that position very early on, and they are finally getting rewarded for it.
Looks like a bit of a miscalculation from SSG, but it does remove 1 squad from the equation and makes this a nice 3-directional battle. LG are the ones with a lot of pressure on them as Falcons do appear to be moving up the hill. But are Falcons going to try and play for a different kind of sandwich? They can play the low ground very effectively, and as long as you keep LG away, you'll cause some serious problems for both them and Yup. Up the hill they go. Zero's not interested in letting these kills from LG slip away, but they're not going to collect any just yet.
Yeah, that pressure actually forces LG onto Yup now and buys a lot of time and space for Falcons as they actually wrap around.
Here they go.
LG making the movement onto them, but they end up sliding straight down into the crosshairs instead. Hell ends up getting traded here, and now Yup need to find the time. They need to go ahead and slide down. They need to be faster to try and punish Falcons here, and it looks like they will have that man advantage up now on the high ground here. They've got all the utility to utilize as well. The drop down from Duke to finish things all off. There it is. The knockdown onto Jen Burton, leaving Zero the only one up. Yup, bide their time on that high ground the entire game, and they are rewarded for it. north side the entire time. Bleed Esports taking a lot of damage on the inside though, but they don't go down. That is what is super important for them at this point. Will Falcons be able to recover? Hell, it's going to be difficult here as they do end up getting spotted out on that scan. It looks like Nades and Utility still alive here, and Hal somehow just gets in the nick of time. It looks like Zero might have been able to actually punch him in.
Oh, but they're not gonna let them reset for free here. Bleed trying to take a peek, but guess who's waiting for them on the rooftop? It is Falcons trying to give them suppressed fire, but Jen gets annihilated. The knock comes in. Bleed tries to take a different angle. They know Complexity is waiting to jump on this opportunity here. It's just a matter of time with Falcons eliminated, going sent back to the lobby. 3 squads left, and Complexity are now diving in.
Yeah, they're trying to full commit onto Bleed Esports, who are still biding time inside now. Lou does have to be careful. He's taking a lot of zone damage there. And now Complexity put themselves in a really tough spot. It's going to be Board on the God spot with Bleed and Complexity engaging upon each other. You can see the door slowing them down as Complexity now trying to full send and commit to second here.
But they had no other choice. They had no ammo. They wanted to commit to this so that way they had at least something to work with when it came to all the weapons that they could have here in their favor. Meanwhile, uncontested, it's going to be Board looking at all the action between Complexity and Bleed.
The zone's about to close in on this fight as well. Board looking to finally pull the trigger, get involved in this one. They can't let the kill points get away from them. It should be free. Shubi goes down. Complexity now finishing them all off, and it's a clean fight. The armor swap for Lou. It's going to be a 3v3. With a slight advantage in armor, but Board have that high ground. They have the angle to play off of the scan and the utility as well. MJ up top now dropping down onto 2, gets the first knock onto Lou, and now Board looking to finish things all off. It does look like the zone might just force the issue here, and they hold the angle. They charge in from the other side, and Complexity will end up going down fairly shortly here. Again, it looks like today is about not taking risks whatsoever. Board will not try and force the issue whatsoever. They'll take the clean win.
Up, but since there was quite a bit of damage traded, I have to admire Empire's way of maneuvering that fight that leaves them without casualties even to the ring afterwards. Oxygen will fall. Falcons still manage to play their Dorito building very well, and while Hal drops, again, this should be a situation where you can avoid casualties to the ring because of the fence line that protects Falcons. What a serendipitous zone pull for them.
Oh, but the timing, the moment that Hal was incredibly low because he had to reload his weapon before he dropped down. Bleed Esports, a team that has found their success today. They take care of Team Falcons. 6 squads left, and Bleed are looking to clean up No Name right now, taking this fight by the edge. I know Fluffy Amers is within the vicinity right here, but they lost 2. It is only 2. And just as I said that, here comes the 4th party that is Board.
I can't believe we're getting so many commits on this, and it makes sense for Board. They've been playing low ground forever. They finally want to play some Apex Legends. With all that noise, though, Empire pick a fight on high ground, and up against TSM, it's Zap that will fall first. The Kraber's still in the hands of Arc, finds a little bit of purchase, a 140 tap! Almost takes them to the victory. Reps has fallen. TSM is down. Empire still need a reset. There's nobody on their tails just yet, but keep your eyes on Arc as he's getting out-angled, and the Kraber is not going to solve this.
All right, though, Arc was trying to smooth, but it's not going to be for long. There's too much pressure coming in from other teams, and it's only up to Wi-Fi before they are also taken out. It is 2 squads left in a full 3v3 between Board and Not Moist.
It's the 2 teams, Vicky, from the opposite side of the map. The battle from Skyhook, the battle for Epicenter continues here for the win. Who can dominate the Overlook zone? Which of these 2 teams that have come so far to do it? MJ's got a good amount of damage down so far, but Not Moist have the time to heal, continuing to be punishing with the Nemesis. MJ slides on 4, Jimmy is down, Guild is down, and Board take control of the game from Sky West to the win. Board take game number 4.
please.
We're safe here. We're safe here. We just play this, right?
Someone look for that. I'm looting real quick. Someone look, please.
Evan, get look. Evan, look. I'm looting, all right?
I'm looking. I'm saving.
Solo down there.
Just solo, yep.
All right, go knock.
Where's the solo?
We have all the space on the left here. It's so good.
Solo right here.
I'm
right
on the
right.
left side.
Solo down here.
Falcons go down there. TSM were ultimately able to convert on that knock, but now we've got the pileup of teams here on the northern side. Board are there looking to get involved, find some KP for themselves, but it's currently LG just trying their best to survive, maneuvering around a lot of these fences, but they've got the top down drop down from SSG. Wizard Coin Board picking up so many of these kills.
Oh my, profiting after we saw Bleed fall down. This probably opens things up for Board to get into second place right here. But it is TSM that have height that are looking at the last two remaining teams that they have to deal with, which is Board and KCP. But they are kings of Pride Rock right now while playing to split their attention onto what is left at their feet.
KCP lose out on Deeds and Gent. Now it's all TSM to finish things all off and pick up all of the kill points along the way as well. It's a 3v1 to finish it all off, and TSM incredibly strong position for them.
Sitting in 11th place overall and looking at the entire competition below their feet. Space Station in the safety of this truck for now, working into the catalyst to bunker down here, but still while trying to clean up some KP because they literally only have one kill so far.
Yeah, they took this position early on and really didn't have too many opportunities. Like we said, they didn't have the Watsons, so they can't play big, but they can't push out here. And I think that was another rat they spotted out. But for the simple fact that they have fluffy aimers to their top, they can't go too aggressive here. They want to pick up the kill points, they're just not able to right now.
This final game and winning a dub would be huge for Fluffy Aimers since they're sitting in 20th place on the cusp within North America in the overall standings. We have to see how they play this right now as Space Station inching forward, Final Circle closing in right behind them, and Fluffy Aimers are the ones on height.
Are going to slowly lose ground there and drop down, but their priority on this zone is incredibly strong. You can see SSG backing away. They needed to top off their coffers. They started this position so early on. Their economy was suffering for it, but now that they've made it here, there is a reasonable expectation to believe that they can actually win out this game. They spotted out, I believe, Zach Mazer still alive for Elev8 there on the northern side, but again, can't push out too far because of the ever-looming threat of Fluffy Aimers above them.
I can't believe he is still alive here at a circle like this. If anything, Yup are in the prime positioning, looking at Space Station and Fluffy Aimers, looking at both sides of the rock, playing off the natural cover. E8 finally get eliminated. Zach is gone. Our last three squads left here between Space Station, Fluffy Aimers get deleted. It is Space Station 3v3 versus Yup.
Can Yup take two victories on the day? They do have the armor advantage. It's red versus the purples of SSG, and it's the height advantage for Yup here as they pop that Beast of the Hunt. Osivian up top now. They do have to contend with that wall, but it has just fallen now. They've got the utility. They're going to go for that drop down, but Duplex is the first of all. He does trade away 1-for-1 at the very least. Now through the smoke, Osivian is trying his best, but he doesn't have the perfect scope for this. There it is, the knock on Symphony, bringing this down to a 2v1, and Yup might do it. They get a second win and finish off the day with a huge victory for them.